Good morning, party people. Happy Friday. TG fucking IF. It's been a long ass week. As you can tell, face wash, not cocaine. I don't do any hard drugs. I might hit a blunt, but I'm liable to trip. J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole. And he got a new song out. I think he got a new album out. Definitely gonna have to listen to that. I heard the climb back. Yeah, that's my life right fucking now. But that's neither here nor there. Happy Friday. Another busy day. Just finished my yoga with Cassandra. I actually just signed up for what is it? A 30-day challenge. It was a free 30-day challenge by her. Look her up. She's really awesome. I did a 30-minute workout with a mindful meditation. I have to stop saying I'm watching my videos. And look it's like a reflex. I'm watching my videos and I see myself saying a lot. And that's when I'm saying I'm thinking, but that's a small habit that I want to get rid of. Like someone was saying to me yesterday, it's nitpicky, but I told them nitpicky is the difference between $150,000 and $60,000. So nitpick away. But I wanted to come on and talk today about value. I was listening to Lena the Supernova. Here we go. Check her out. I was listening to Lena the Supernova, and she was talking. She was doing her morning affirmation. She was doing a mirror affirmation, and she was talking about how you kind of let go of things or are accepting or getting validation from outside of you. And that just sparked something in my head. With that, where do you get your value from? When you get your value from anything outside of you, that's dangerous. Like she said in her video, getting your value outside of somebody but you, or when you rely on someone's compliments to make you happy, when they take them away, you don't have anything. And that's giving away your power to me. I can only say that because I have given away my power for the last 30 years of my life. Didn't even realize it, but I was getting my validation from other people. My dopamine only went off when other people told me things about myself. And when they stopped telling me those things, it was like, not that I wasn't happy, but I wasn't happy. I didn't feel as good. I didn't feel as confident. I didn't feel as much of me that I thought I was. And so anytime you get your source, your source of energy outside of anybody but you, except for God, or whatever you believe in, it is giving your power away. And I'm really not here to give my fucking power away because I work too hard for my power. So where do you get your value from? What gives you value? How do you value yourself? What's your valuation? Guys, my arms hurt. My legs hurt. My thighs hurt. I'm tired. I woke up on a bitchy side of the bed this morning. I don't know why. I woke up like I knew I needed to be concerned about something, but I didn't know why. I don't know what's going on. My dream state was real trippy last night. So that's another story for another day. But I'm trying to pull myself out of that. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but I'm hustling. But I'll get to that in a second. But getting your value from anything other than yourself is so dangerous. I wrote a blog. One day I may post my blog underneath the description. Not just yet, though. I'm not ready for that just yet. But like, I had to unbecome everything that everyone told me I was. Everything everybody told me I should be. And good things and bad things. Like, I had to go into shadow work, as the spiritual community calls it. I had to go inside my cellar. Shout out to Lulu, I love House of Oshun. Check her out on YouTube, but I had to go into my cellar and really weed out some shit, get out all the things that people told me I should be, expectations, the should be's of the world. The Leo King was talking in his deep astrology about this is a time where we really assess, we go into our castles and look and see what people put as what should be. And I heard it. And kind of get rid of what society told us what the fuck we should be. I always had that in my head, but it was me fighting against society. And when you one person fighting against the world, it's kind of hard not to believe the world. But at some point, you got to believe you. At some point, you got to understand you. So where do you get your value? I get my value from me. Like, I woke up, and lately, I just been feeling me. Like, damn, bitch, you awesome. And I never really felt that in my life. I've never experienced that in my life. So it's interesting. It's kind of alarming because it's like, bitch, who do you think you are? Like, self fighting with ego, ego fighting with self, because it's healthy. You're going to have ego whether you want to or not. It's just healthy. Healthy ego. Anything in excess is poison. Rumi said that. So where do you get your value? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel important? What makes you feel human? Just take some time this week, take some time and evaluate that. Look at your life and see when you feel good and when you don't feel good. What takes away your joy and what gives you joy. And if it's anything outside of you, get rid of that shit. Even me, it's nice to have a compliment. It's nice to accept compliments. It's nice to, get something nice from someone else. But if you don't get it, it shouldn't make you feel bad. It shouldn't make you feel less than a person. You should know from just looking within yourself that I'm a boss bitch whether you said it or not. I'm a boss bitch whether you acknowledged it or not. Like, I know I'm boss or I'm that nigga. You could be that nigga and be white. You could be that nigga and be Hispanic. You could be that nigga, like, nigga. And that's the thing. If you offended by me, fuck you. Because I'm not, I just, that's all I got to say. I'm not even going to defend myself. If you offended by me, fuck you. There's that. But reevaluate where you get your value and who gives you and what gives you value. Value don't come from no job title. That shit come and go like that. Like, somebody can take your job away from you in 2 seconds. And if they take your job, are you less that bitch? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Somebody take your house, you less that bitch? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Somebody take the most expensive thing you got, are you less of the great person you are? Absolutely not. And if you feel like you are, you need to relook at your whole motherfucking life. Things, titles, all that shit. This worldly shit don't fucking matter at the end of the day. Money come and money go. It ain't like you can take it with you. Drake said that shit. And that's real. So if your life, your value is determined by something external from you, you need to reevaluate life. You should be the only person. You and God or whatever you believe in is the only thing that fuels you. And when you detach from shit like that, man, that's when the journey begins. That's when you start fucking living. That's when shit start flowing to you. That's when manifestation comes. If your value is determined by whether you got a man or not, yes, sis, as my friend TP would say, you got a fucking problem. If your value is determined by whether you got a woman or not, you got a problem. You got to be able to love you before you can love anybody else. Shout out to motherfucking RuPaul, bitch. So where do you get your value? I get my value from me. I get my value from God. And sometimes it's good to get a little confirmation. Like when somebody else be like, you that bitch. You be like, I'm glad you see it. I'm glad you see it. But if they don't see it, you can't get mad at fucking Ray Charles for being blind. You feel me? Another quick thing that I want to talk about is hustling. Is dream catching and dream chasing. So my schedule is really weird. I work untraditional shifts. I started a new position and it's untraditional. And I'm getting everything that I prayed for. But that shit take time. That shit take energy. Bitch, I'm tired. I want to take a nap. But I can't. I don't have to be to work till 12. I got up at 8 o'clock this morning. I've probably been up before then. Some days I be trying to make myself sleep in because I know I got a long day. And just because I'm not, doing manual labor, don't think it's not exhausting. People take your fucking energy. They do. So Kevin Gates say I don't get tired. I don't get tired, but I do. And that's the real thing. And on top of my just agitation, it probably got something to do with Mars and Aries and all of the shit that's going on. But I'm not gonna not go get it. I'm grateful for every opportunity given to me. I'm from this fucking I'm from Baton Rouge. I'm a little Jiggy City thug. So I'm doing this for a lot of people. I'm doing this for people that didn't make it. I lost my first friend when I was 13 years old. And when I was in it, I didn't look at it. I didn't understand it. I lived in la la land for most of my life. I still do. But now I'm old enough to wake up and peek out and see what really was going on when I was that age. I lost my first friend at the age of 13. His name was Brandon Swallows. He lived in an area named called Glen Oaks. Somebody broke into his house and he was trying to save his little niece, put her in the closet. She was a baby. I think she might have been like 3 or 4. And when she was in the closet, they killed him. When I was 13, that shit ain't processed because, I'm 13. I'm like, okay. But that's where I grew up from. I'm doing it for little niggas like Brandon Swallow. And that nigga was a goon at the age of 13. He was a goon. I knew him since like 5th grade. He was a goon at 13. You know what I'm saying? A real life goon, not the play goons. The goons Gucci talk about, and I know a lot of them, but I was so blessed and I was so sheltered and I was so protected. I don't know how I was in an environment. I shout out to my parents. I love my parents. They nutso.com, but they hood, but they raised their kids in the suburb because they didn't want them to see the life that they had. But they sheltered me. They kept me from a lot of bullets. God kept me. God blessed me with them because he knew I needed to be with them to fulfill whatever purpose it is I have in this life. But listen, shout out to Mookie. Is this guy named EJ. He one of my good friends. I grew up in a church. He went to one of my dad's churches. He got killed by his lover when I was like 21. When I was going to college, one of my friends, some people, I had just actually left their house and their dad shot and killed, the mom and the daughter because she didn't want to be with him no more. Sent the brothers and sisters to go get snow cones while he knocked off the mom and the daughter. You know what I'm saying? I had just sat at their house. So I'm doing this shit for people who from back the tracks. If you from where I'm from, you know what that means. Like, I'm doing this shit for the niggas who didn't live. I had a meeting recently and told them, where I'm from, if you live to see 25, you're an OG. And I thought for a really long time that I couldn't, I ain't had no hard knock life like a lot of people. And for a long time, like my little cousin, she's gonna be an Olympian star one day. But she was like, one of the things she said, she was like, Lynn, I ain't grow up with a hard life, so I don't have a hard story to tell. So I don't know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what makes me me. And I kind of took that on too. Like, I didn't grow up too hard, but I didn't grow up too easy either. And even with her, I think that she grew up harder than she knows she did, but she was just so blessed that she don't really see it yet. But I am an OG. I made it out of that. And that's just the reality of that shit. And I ain't make it out to hide. Somebody asked me why I didn't go back to Baton Rouge. I told them I moved away to make a way, like T.I. say. He said, well, why didn't you make a way in Baton Rouge? Because I was just going to it was just going to be a circle. It was going to be in Baton Rouge. I'm trying to put Baton Rouge on the map. I'm going to show the world that we more than what, the slums or whatever they think we are. I'm trying to show people girls who look like me, who come from the place that I come from, who never thought that they could make it, never thought that they could be anything because they talked a different way, because they spoke slang, because they use shit like cuz and they cuss and they got red hair, pink hair, orange hair, that fuck it, they couldn't be nothing. They couldn't make it in corporate America. They wouldn't ever survive being a lawyer, that you have to be and fit and you should look like and be a certain thing. Nah, fuck that. I'm here to knock that shit out the fucking water. I'm gonna be successful, and I'm gonna be successful in my motherfucking way. And no matter of fact, I'm already fucking successful, but I'm gonna show the world, like Boosie say, we gonna show the world, and I mean that shit. So, like, as I sit here, I'm kind of hyping myself up because I am tired. I got so much shit to do today, but I'm grateful for it. I'm so fucking grateful for it. God's so good. And like I said earlier in one of my videos, don't be upset when your blessing don't come the way you want to. When God give you a seed and say, oh, you want a blessing? Here, bitch, plant it and water it. See how long it take you. See if you give up on this motherfucking blessing. You want a blessing? You want big shit? Okay, well, I'm going to give you a seed. Here's your seed for your blessing. Let's see how bad you want it. Because it's going to take persistence and perseverance. I have, and then I'm going to go because I got shit to do. But I got some sunflowers. And I planted them in April when some shit popped off and my life should have fallen apart. I should have been a waste man. Like Drake saying, fucking views. But I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to alchemize this fucking energy. You meant this to destroy me. The devil meant it for my bad, but God meant it for my fucking good. And so I planted these, and they say the sunflowers should not be planted at a time where the climate wavers because it'll die. It can't survive the extreme climatal changes. And usually the summer where I am, the climate don't usually shift too much. It's hot as fuck. We don't have too much rain or weather. But in April this year, like, the climate went from freezing fucking cold to hot to cold to hot to cold. And I started seeing my flowers grow, then died, and grow, then died, and grow, then died. I'm like, these bitches never going to grow. I'm so salty. Like, this has never happened. Why is this happening now? And now if I go outside, actually I'm going to walk outside and show you what my sunflowers look like. Because I really want to make this story make sense. But as I, that fucking again, as I continue to water them, regardless of whether they were growing and dying and growing, shit started popping for me. And so, because they did start popping for me, it just showed me, more of what I needed to do. I don't know if you can see them. They like 6 feet tall. I'm going to walk all the way back. You see how big these fucking sunflowers are? They're huge. And I didn't think for a long time that I would have sunflowers. Even I remember being at my friend's house for the 4th of July. And I was like, they big, but they don't got no heads. They got bodies, but no heads. And overnight, they bloomed for me. So all of that to say, I'm working on it, guys. All of that to say, I'm grateful for my blessing seeds. Again, going back to, don't be mad when God give you a blessing, but you gotta water that bitch. And shit gonna come along in your life, like the storms, like the weather, like unexpectedly. And you're going to be like, well, what the fuck? God, you gave me this blessed seed. And you told me that it can only bloom in this. And all of this shit keep coming. Don't stop watering that shit. Don't give up on that shit. You might have to work in extreme weather. You might have to work in unexpected circumstances. Shit might not pop off for you. But don't give up on it. Cause look, you see my sunflowers, and that shit not even finished blooming yet. I got it's so big, and my mom was telling me, she was like, "Are you gonna harvest your sunflower seeds?" I was like, "Mom," she was like, "Cause you gotta cut the heads off." I was like, "No, I don't want to cut the heads off. Fuck it. I'm here for the beauty, you know. Like if you love flowers, like I'm good. I'ma just fuck it." And I learned also, and you learn things about your blessings. Sometimes things are with flowers. There's annuals and there's primals, or I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but with that being said, it's certain type of blessings, and certain type of blessings only come once in a lifetime. So if you don't water them and don't take care of them, you might miss it. Those sunflowers, that's a one-time thing. They're going to die, and they're not going to come back. But I'm grateful that I watered them, because nothing makes me happier than walking outside and seeing those beautiful flowers. And not only are they beautiful, they bigger and larger than anything I ever expected. And I think that's how blessings work. God give you a seed, and you looking at it, it's like, well, some people get that seed and be like, God, that's not what I signed up for. Like, I thought when I got a blessing, that bitch was gonna be, I was just gonna get a sunflower that fucking big. Nah, bitch, that's not how that shit work. When you get a blessing, you gotta water it. And it's not gonna come the way you want it to come. It's not gonna look the way you want it to look. But if you just keep watering it through the bad times, through the cold fronts, through the hot fronts, through the extreme pressure changes that were not expected, and usually your blessing wouldn't survive in it. But if you just keep giving it hope and you keep giving it blessings, you know, you keep watering it. Like I told you, I water all my shit with God. It's going to grow, and it might be bigger than you ever expected in your whole entire life. So just keep swimming, darlings. Just keep going. So today we talked about value. Today we talked about blessings and how they work. Don't get tired. It's easy to get tired. Even when you get tired, keep going, keep pushing, keep swimming, because that's how you win. Because it's motherfuckers who gave up, who saw the seed and was like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit. I got this nigga over here, he's selling whole sunflowers for, 25 cents, or he's selling whole sunflowers, but I gotta sell my soul to get them. But fuck it, I just want the flower, and that shit gonna die. It's not gonna be as strong, and it's not gonna last as long. You know what I'm saying? They missed out on a blessing. Don't let that shit be you. So know your value. Know that anything that comes from outside of you can be taken from you. And when it's taken from you, what you left with? But if you build your own pedestal, can't nobody knock you off that bitch. Because you built it. Only you know the ins and outs. Only you know how to tear that bitch down. Somebody could try. I told you the other day, like when I'm building my dream so firm, you can run and try to push that bitch over, and you gonna fall straight like that. So know your value. Give yourself value. And it's okay to unbecome all the things that somebody else taught you. That shit not easy. It's hard. It takes fucking time, but you got this. You can do this. I've been doing it. Man, it's been a lot of tears. It's been a lot of anger. It's been a lot of cussing. It's been a lot of fussing. It's been a lot of days where I wanted to give up. I almost gave up. I just couldn't take life anymore. My problems really had me, but Jesus came and grabbed me. He held me close, so I couldn't let go. God's mercy kept me, so I couldn't let go. I can't remember who sings that, but that's a real thing. So don't let go. Don't give up. You right there. You at the precipice. You at the breaking point. You at a breakthrough. Don't stop now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nurture your blessings, whatever it looks like, whatever they look like, however they look, however they feel. In whatever form they come in, don't turn your head to a blessing because it don't look like what you want it to look like, because it's hard, because it's tumultuous. Bitch, that's how Shanique Terrell, check her out. Ja Army, that's what she say. The strongest army, the strongest warriors, the strongest soldiers had the hardest fights. You know what I'm saying? People want stretch. You want to be strong. Bitch, that comes from lifting 150 pounds. That shit, you ain't going to get strong lifting squatting 5 pounds. Nah, it's going to take some pain, some stress, some work, some endurance. And that's how strength, people want success, but they don't understand what it takes to get that shit. It's not, people, this shit not always fun. I miss out on so much family shit. I miss out on so many things. And it's not because I want success, but I'm doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it to show my little niece, like, bitch, you can get it no matter what the world throw at you. Because she's seen the times where I lost 6 jobs in one motherfucking, in a 6-month period. I ain't know how I was going to pay my bills. But I'm here. God gave me a seed, bitch, and I ain't stopped watering that motherfucker yet, and I'm not till the day I die. And even then, I'm going to have other motherfuckers water it, because that's the life I'm setting for myself. Because as above, so motherfucking below. Bitch, you see me. As above, so below. So below, I look like a motherfucking sunflower. And bitch, as above, you seen the sunflowers. You feel me? So, with that being said, that's my daily dose. I wear all these t-shirts. Yesterday, I didn't shout out, Shaquiqui, Shanika, you started a Esquire Apparel that, her brand is just about attorneys don't have to look and be a certain way. I had on the Esquire Apparel. You'll see me with more of her shit on. Check her out, esquireapparel.com. She is a phenomenal person, a phenomenal attorney, and check her out. Check her out. So today I am going to do a Garden Unity. That's who I'm going to do something with them. They sent me my job has a partnership with them, and so I'm going to do a Garden Unity project. They sent me all kind of fresh seasonings, herbs. I got parsley, I got thyme, I got all of the shit. Bitch, I love to cook. I'm from Louisiana. Yes, I can cook better than you. Me and my dad are gonna have a cooking contest on this bitch whenever I go home and see those guys. But Trap Garden, one of my good friends, Rob Horton, look him up. Look up Trap Garden. I met him when he came to Baton Rouge, and that fucking and he hated, we didn't have anything fresh, so he started his company Trap Garden. And what Trap Garden is started by he's a black man from Chicago. He's educated. I think he went to Fisk or some shit like that, but he started to grow your own, and he traveled all around the world to show people how to grow their own herbs and vegetables. And so he called it Trap Garden. Check that out. I'm all about the growing your own, whatever it is. Make sure it's legal though in your state. But he don't grow weed. It's no drugs are associated with what he does. But as Fred say on Scooby, it's trapping time. Trap yourself. Grow your own. Especially in times like this. What better time? What a time to be alive. You and yours versus me and mine. Drake. And I'm so nasally, guys. I got so much stuff going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm taking sinus medicine, but I don't like it. I don't sound Fran Drescher nasally. I sound like my name is Fat Lazy. So nasally. So there's that. But I gotta fucking run. I've been on this bitch for way too long. I gotta go. I'm going to give me another fruit bowl today. I gotta prep my garden, and I gotta order some books for this book club that I'm over. Man, God give you seeds and you be like, bitch, I don't even like zucchini. But by the time you get the zucchini, you see that shit, you see it's beautiful, you be like, bitch, zucchini is the best thing I ever fucking had. So I gotta go get some shit together, and then I gotta hop on work one more day to the weekend, just keep swimming. And even on the weekends, I don't have no days off. I really be working. I'm over here salty because somebody scheduled a meeting, and I love her more than anything in this world. So I'm not being shady, but it just kind of woke me up. It's just like, bitch, you can't have no days off right now. That's not the life that you are molding for yourself. You working hard now while you young and you got the energy. So when you old and crusty, you could just let your money make money for you. So it don't stop. This a rollie, not a stopwatch. Shit don't ever stop, head ass motherfucker. So I'm not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records, cause we, shout out to Puff Daddy. But Puff Daddy and Jay-Z. Whoever, whatever. I probably quoted that wrong. But whatever it is, I'm running up on 30 minutes. I talk too fucking much, but maybe I don't. I talk just enough. I gotta go wash my face, order my fruit bowl, go pick that shit up, and get to the money. I'm getting straight to the money. I'm getting straight to the money. Fucking Kevin Gates. I know that sounded nasally. Ugh. Well, guys, y'all have a beautiful day. Here was the today, blah, blah. Man, and I don't fucking one record. That's it. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You got to lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you got to never let it go. Eminem, so I give you the raw. I give you uncut, unfiltered, unrecorded, re-recorded. I give you what I got. And so this is what I got. You guys have a blessed day. Here's your daily dose of hope. Hey, go get it. Because if you don't go get it, somebody else will.